Gurkaran, please summary whatever we have read. Come here. This chapter is the. Come here, Gurkaran. You don't need book. I have the book. Come, Gurkaran. Gurkaran, book is open here. Come. See the book. Just summarize whatever we have read.
Two disabled people.
Again.
Two extraordinary people, both of them disabled.
Lovely.
This is a conversation between two extraordinary people, both of them disabled. One is Stephen Hawking and Firdaus Kanga.
Then
Firdaus Kanga is a writer and journalist. Stephen Hawking is a well-known scientist. They exchange thoughts on what it means to live a life on a wheelchair, and many
how they feel when
they are disabled.
their feelings about their disability. Yes, Pulkit. Pulkit, come here. So where they met?
Ma'am, they met at Cambridge.
Okay. What is Cambridge? What is Cambridge?
Ma'am, place.
Place?
University.
Cambridge is?
Ma'am, university.
Where?
Ma'am, England.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Then name of the book written by Stephen Hawking.
Ma'am, science book.
I can read the name from here.
Ma'am, history of time.
A brief history
Ma'am,
of
a brief
time.
history of time.
कभी चीटिंग करते हुए पकड़ा गया था. Okay. How did Stephen talk?
Ma'am, he talked very politely.
With manners. गुस्सा भी आ रहा हो तब भी.
Ma'am, his emotions.
Emotions.
Ma'am, हमको समझ नहीं आता.
तुम्हें मेरे समझ आ रहे इमोशन इस टाइम पे? आ रहे? आ रहे? Sure?
Ma'am, he talks with a button on his wheelchair by pressing
Where
it.
are you going?
Ma'am, a machine voice come out. Ma'am, he
Okay,
types.
yes, he was not able to talk, right? So, yes, he used to type, okay? He used to press buttons and then machine-like voice, that is his only method to talk. Got it? So, whether he is talking politely or not, that is not clear because of the machine language, machine voice. Is it okay? Got it? What kind of brain he got? Means it is described here in the chapter. The writer has described about his thoughts and about his brain. So, not talking about the structure of brain, but like कहते हैं ना तुम लोगों के दिमाग में क्या है, so that type of thing.
Very extraordinary brain, ma'am. He ignores the people whenever they Ma'am, he take advantage when the people say him disabled.
I'm talking about his thoughts. What is the contrast? Okay, let's talk. What is the contrast between his thoughts and the way he talked? How much time he got? The writer got. Sure. Time is mentioned.
Ma'am, half an hour.
Arey, what is the exact time? He got duration that is half an hour. From this to this.
Ma'am, 3:30 to
3:30 to
4 o'clock.
oh, let's talk about someone else now. Shivam. Huh? You were not present. किस दिन किया हमने ये? I have attendance, don't worry. Okay, then I have Manas. What kind of brain? About his thoughts?
He was very brilliant. He was very brilliant and and he was very hardworking. He was disabled, but he expressed his feelings and by a computer, a keyboard, and
Contrast. I am just asking about the contrast. Means when he spoke, that machine language and the thoughts that are present in his that were present in his mind.
no, ma'am, he can't convey his thoughts to people because machine language.
Okay, he was not able to convey his thoughts. Yes, Prabal, come here. Hurry up, Prabal, jaldi. Correct answer दिया ना? तो अगली बार जब लेट आएगा तो कुछ नहीं करूँगी.
The basically contrast was that he was not able to express his feeling which he originally want to express. He wants to express his feeling as like but the computer language was not able to expressing his feelings. He was not able to completely talk with others. He was not as he was completely paralyzed and only some fingers were working.
Yes, it is kind of okay, Paramjit. Almost there, but chalo. Jaldi. Hurry up. Let's start then.
His sentences were stiff as dead bodies, but his mind was vibrant and colorful and filled with creative thoughts.
Sentences were just frozen. Okay, words were frozen, just like a dead body means without any movement, without any emotions and feelings. But the concept, the thoughts that were in his mind that he wanted to present that were very vibrant, okay, colorful, you can say, very great thoughts, but he was not able to express those thoughts as he used to think. Okay, very brilliant mind, extraordinary. Got it? So let's start. Writer got some time and he met Stephen Hawking. He was very excited. Why was he excited? Why was the writer excited? He was going to make, so what? Both were disabled, okay. He admired him also. So whenever we meet someone whom we admire, we obviously feel very excited. Then the greatest, you can say, astrophysicist. He was astrophysicist. And the best he has written the best. Yes, bestseller book, A Brief History of Time. Okay, so he was really excited to meet him. He was also nervous. Why was he nervous? Yes, his inspiration. Okay, so he first thing he was not prepared that he would get a chance to meet him. When he got the chance, that time he was nervous as well as excited. Again, same reasons, admired him, his inspiration, has done so many things. Okay, and then he got 30 minutes, half an hour, correct? And 3:30 to 4, when he met him, the conversation started. What was the first answer given by Mr. Hawkins? I haven't been brave. So when he said so that, when he said so, he said that he had no choice. Stephen, Mr. Hawkins, he said that he had no choice. But on the other hand, the writer thought he had a choice. Why he thought so? What was his thoughts when he said so? Hawkins said that he had no choice but to live with his disability, right? But according to writer, he had choice. Mr. Hawkins had a choice. What was that choice according to Firdaus Kanga? Living creatively with the reality of his disintegrated body was a choice. Question mark. What was the other choice? What could be the other choice? One is that you live with your reality, but with creative mind. Second choice. No, not computer voice. To be sad. Other thing was there were two paths. One was to choose whatever you are good at, okay, and do that particular thing, whatever the reality is. Reality जो भी है, उसे छोड़ दो and just accept it and start working, start giving your best. ठीक है? Other is just to cry over that sad reality, always grieve, हमेशा दुख मनाते रहो. That is the other option. So according to the writer, he had the choice, but he chose the great path. That is the question mark ना जहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. Surely I wanted to say living creatively with the reality of his disintegrated body. Second choice नहीं लिखी. That is understood. Okay. उसको doubt था when he asked ना कि I had no choice. तुम कह रहे हो मेरे पास कोई choice नहीं है, सिर्फ first आना है. You are saying this. So ask others. You have choice. Keep on enjoying. Don't study. Don't focus. You have choice. But according to you, you don't have any choice. Okay? Understood now? Sure? Let's start. So I think page number 97? 98. Okay, 97 से एक बार पढ़ रही हूँ. A lot of people seem to think that disabled people are chronically unhappy. I said, I know that's not true myself. Are you often laughing inside? So this is the other question. Then about 3 minutes later, he responded. Who responded? I find it amusing when people patronize me. Means when they show, yes, when they show pity, they show me kindness. That is unwanted kindness that time. Because हम दया दिखाते हैं ना उनपे, okay, they are बिचारे, like that. So he said that I find it amusing. He find it funny. Amusing here means that he find it funny that people just show kindness to him, unnecessary kindness that is not required, because he said he was living with whatever he had already accepted, whatever way he had to live. So,
And do you find it annoying when someone like me comes and disturbs you in your work? The answer flashed, yes. Then he smiled his one-way smile, and I knew without being sentimental or silly that I was looking at one of the most beautiful men in the world.
so now what happened? He then asked, the writer asked another question, and the question was, and do you find it annoying? Means, do you feel irritated when somebody like me comes and asks you questions? Means same disabled person comes to you and asks you a question. So अगर हम होते, we so called normal people, हमने आंसर कैसे देना था? What kind of answer? Diplomatic, you can say, means whatever we are feeling, we are not supposed to, we don't exactly show our emotions, right? So on the other hand, Hawkins, the answer flashed, means he typed his answer and the answer was, yes, I feel annoyed. Okay. And when he said so, he smiled also. Okay. So it means he was practical, but he also had a sense of humor. हल्का सा बस इतना सा. It is written that then he smiled his one-way smile. Means he was not able to smile properly, laugh properly. So जितनी भी movement थी, otherwise basically just the fingers वो ही move कर रही थी, and हल्का सा he smiled. And then that time, without being sentimental or silly, means that time without being emotional, that the person had said that he got annoyed. हम गुस्सा हो जाते हैं ना जब भी हमें कोई कहे हाँ ऐसा कर दिया, हम गुस्सा हो जाएंगे. So he said without being emotional or silly, he came to know, he realized that he was talking to someone who is really beautiful inside out. Okay, without any you can say cover. Otherwise what we do, we cover our emotions, we don't show our reality. Okay, but that person, he was plain, he was practical, he said, gave his answer, and then he smiled also. Okay, so he said that time I realized I was talking to someone who was very real, and there is very less chances when you find someone very real. Otherwise, if someone is real, we usually get annoyed. अगर कोई हमें reality बताता है तो हमें गुस्सा लगता है, like trouble को आज लगा. So then
A first glimpse of him is shocking because he is like a still photograph, as if all those pictures of him in a magazine and newspapers have turned three-dimensional.
yes, wait. Just see now, this is the description, and it is a very beautiful description. He is saying that first glimpse means that when he first saw, when the writer first saw Stephen, he was shocked to see because he was just still. Somebody is sitting on chair and without any movement. So it was just looking like it was his 3D picture. जो magazines में देखता था वो वहाँ पे पड़ी है, just in 3D form. That's all. Without any movement, kind of statue. Okay.
Then you see the head twisted sideways into a slump, the torso.
Slump means ऐसे lean हुआ पड़ा होता है ना, जो गिरा होता है सीधे ऐसे, without something, बस ऐसे गिरा पड़ा ऐसे.
The torso shrunk inside the pale blue shirt, the wasted legs. You look at his eyes, which can speak still, and they are saying something huge and urgent. It is hard to tell what. But you are shaken because you have seen something you never thought could be seen.
So now, then you see the head twisted. Now talking about how he was, yes, how was he sitting? So he was sitting there, twisted sideways. His head was just like this. Head bhi सीधा नहीं है. Lean हुआ पड़ा. And then he said that torso shrunk inside the, मतलब his body was of no use. Okay, the body was just carrying his soul. That's all. Otherwise, body was of no use, no movements. Okay, क्या कर रहा था? His body was not at all moving. Okay, not able to talk, not able to express anything. But he said that his eyes were just like that. They want to speak. They want to say something. Hopefully, if you have noticed, few people, they have such type of eyes that speak. ऐसा लगता है कि वो कुछ कह रही हैं. Like Mehak's eyes, they are always smiling. Whether she is smiling or not, her eyes are just like that. They are always smiling. Okay. I just want to say, जब इसे डांट पड़ेगी, that time I want to see her eyes. So there are eyes that talk. So he said that his eyes were just like that. Means there were so many questions, you can say. There were so many thoughts which were present in his eyes. But he said that what it looked like, that everything that is present in his eyes, he wanted to say something, and that is very great. That is very urgent. He wanted to say that urgently, but definitely he was not able to express that. There are so many thoughts in his brain, right? So many emotions. vibrance and everything, that can be seen through his eyes, but again he was not able to express. Is it okay? Clear? It is hard to tell. Okay, whatever there is in his eyes, it was urgent. Okay, ऐसा लग रहा था बहुत जरूरी है, but you cannot tell what he wanted to say. Yes, next is, but you are shaken because you have seen something you never thought could be seen. One thing, maybe that was his inspiration. That person was his inspiration. So he was not expecting to see him. So that is why he had said, or you can take it this way, that the body, totally wasted body without any use, and you are just there witnessing the greatest scientist of that time. Okay, means you cannot expect, whenever we talk about something great, usually क्या होता है? Complete body, right? They are very vibrant, they talk, they give speeches and all, but here that was totally opposite. The person was not able to speak, not able to walk, not able to do anything, but still managed to do so many things. So it is unbelievable that a person like him has done so many or achieved so many things. Is it okay? So ये दो ways हो सकते हैं. Then
Before you like a
this description is very interesting and very important. Many questions can come from this part.
Before you like a latrine whose walls are worn so thin you glimpse only the light inside is the incandescent of a man. The body almost irrelevant exists only like a case and made of shadows. So that I know believer in eternal souls know that this is what each of us is. Everything else is an accessory.
Wait. So now the description is he had compared, the whole paragraph is a kind of metaphor. Okay, he had compared the body to a what? He had compared Stephen Hawking's body to photograph? No. Yes, he had compared the body with a lantern. पता है क्या होती है? क्या कहते हैं उसे? लालटेन. ओके, लालटेन जो होती है जिसमें अंदर एक फायर आई थिंक होती है, ठीक है? So he had compared the body, not only his body, but here the description is about his body only, but we can talk about our bodies also. That body is just accessory. Okay, our soul is accessorized with our body, with skeleton, with flesh and all. Okay, that's all. Otherwise, what is the part that matters the most? That is our soul. Is it okay? What matters the most is the soul, and this body is just accessory. Accessorize करते हैं हम अपने आप को गहने वगैरह डाल के. It is just to decorate ourselves. Like now the girls want to have this mehendi, so a kind of that. Is it okay? Clear? The body is just accessory. Same way mehendi is just accessory. Without that accessory, we can work, we can come to school. Nobody is going to judge you if your soul is good, pure. Okay, Gurkaran? Now wear your mask. Very good. So in this, he is saying, before you, he is talking about Stephen Hawking. He is saying that before you like a lantern whose walls are worn so thin, मतलब walls जो हैं बहुत पतली हो गई हुई हैं, okay, that you glimpse only the light inside. You can directly see his soul. Practical answers, direct answers, then smile, beautiful creature. So you can directly see his soul. Okay, and then said the body, almost irrelevant. The body is totally irrelevant. Okay, exists only like a case made of shadows. Okay, that is just a case that is holding the soul. And so that I, no believer in eternal souls. He was not believer that souls amar rehti hain like this. He was of not that kind of person. He know that this is what each of us is. That time he realized this is what we are. We are just this body that is accessory. We are carrying our accessories. The important part is our soul. Hopefully ये तुमने वैसे भी सुना होगा, soul अमर होती है, body तो यहीं पे रह जाती है, okay, and soul just gets transferred from this to that, okay. So what matters the most is your soul, your good deeds basically. And now the soul, everything depends on your soul. If your soul is good, pure, then you will do wonderful things. If your soul is not pure, you will talk like Raghav. See the evil souls also. Raghav, body is just accessory. Work on your soul. Means Stephen Hawkins, whatever he had achieved, his body had nothing to do with it. Is it okay? हमें हल्की सी चोट लग जाती है. What we do? Now we are not able to move. We cannot walk. We cannot talk. Bed पे ही हैं हम. ठीक है? And he was just saying that those who want to achieve something, those who want to do great things, right? They don't require this physical accessory. Okay. Then is, what do you think is the best thing about being disabled? I had asked him earlier. What do you think? Is it good to be a disabled person? His answer was, I said, let's see what the answer is. I said, you do discover how much kindness there is in the world. And Stephen Hawkins, he agreed. Yes, he said it was a disadvantage of his voice synthesizer that it could convey no inflection. Inflection means intonation, tone, high tone or lower, that difference. No shades or tone, and I could not tell how enthusiastically he agreed with me. Means the question was, do you think that there is something good? The answer was, I don't think there is anything good about being disabled. He directly said there is nothing good about being disabled. Again, a plain, very practical answer, right? Then he said, I think, according to the writer, I think you do discover how much kindness there is in the world. Otherwise, we are not able to see the kindness. As a normal human being, we only see selfish people, right? We always see a kind of race that we want to win, okay? But when somebody is disabled, definitely we start showing our kindness, sympathy. So the writer said, yes, only one thing is that we can see how much humanity is still left in this world. Maybe that is fake humanity, fake sympathy, okay? But we do come to know about it. So that time, the writer, that Stephen Hawkins, he typed yes, but he said then again his answer was so plain, that voice, machine-like voice. So that time again he was not able to tell whether he was really excited about the answer or he was just giving in a plain way. Okay. Every time I shifted in my chair or turned my wrist to watch the time, I wanted to make every one of our 30 minutes count. He was so excited that he just wanted to get maximum out of that meeting. Okay. I felt a huge relief and exhilaration in the possibilities of my body. Means his body was not like Stephen Hawkins' body. His body had movements. Only his bones were weak. He was on wheelchair, but his bones were weak. That's all. Otherwise, he could move. वो move कर सकता था. He could move his wrist, move his head. He could talk. So he said that he felt a huge relief that he was not like Stephen Hawkins. His body was still fine. Okay. How little it mattered then that I would never walk or even stand. But that time he realized that it doesn't matter whether you can walk, you can talk, or you can do anything with your body. What matters, you already know. But he felt relief that still his body had movements. ठीक है. Otherwise हम जब वही जो चीज पहले हम हमेशा ये चीज करते रहते हैं कि ये चीज हमारे पास नहीं है. But when we see others and that time we realize, okay, whatever we have, that is great. Correct? Done? Manassu नींद आ गई? No? Chalo, Manaswat, then answer. Cambridge was my metaphor for England. What is the meaning of this? Why he said that it was his metaphor for England? Yes, it was. Cambridge was the real England. Okay, metaphor means when we compare the qualities. Okay. Okay, then bye. Take care.